iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the South Boston Speedway, a special event here at South Boston. It's the South Boston 300 here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is Roger Muth. I'm joined in the virtual Turn 3 Racing Network studios here tonight with a couple of our co-host anchors. We got Al Smith on the call here tonight, along with the newcomer David Worrell to join us tonight for this great event. Al, the short track driver, are back here onto the short tracks at one of the most historic speedways in the Northeast.
Yeah, we're here at the South Boston Speedway, which is going to be a great night. We're going to kick everything off with the Street Stock Division. That'll be the first class up here on here. And, in the real world, the Nathan Cruz has the pure stock track record. That's what I would consider very close to what we are going to be witnessing here for this first set of races that coming up, followed by the Barber Ford late models coming up here. So right now, Left Turn Promotion Street Stocks getting ready to do their time trials to set their starting grid for tonight's feature event. But we are here at what is an overcast day at the South Boston Speedway. And, short name for it is SOBO here in South Boston, Virginia.
The SOBO Speedway always playing host to some of the best short track racing action. Right now, these drivers are out there getting their qualifying laps in to see which one of these drivers could take the Reaper Speed Labs pole award. So we'll see which one of these drivers are going to have the front row starting spot or which one's going to have to come through the field. 50 laps are on the docket, and Dave, 50 laps here, especially at this small track in South Boston. That is not a lot of laps to get things done if you have to start towards the back.
Yeah, qualifying going to be very, very important for these upwards of about 15 drivers or so out here for this street stock event. So qualifying going to be very key. No switching of tires. It's run what you brung. You're going to have to be fast when you unload, and we'll see who's able to translate that from qualifying over into the feature.
So right now, all drivers here tonight, you had said it, there are no tires changes allowed here tonight for the Left Turn Promotion Street Stock race here tonight. Of course, the whole weekend is brought to us by Swag. We got to thank the guys over at Smith Wraps and Graphics. Of course, Billy Smith having a birthday here today, so he's not in attendance. He's out there watching virtually. So, Billy, we wish you a happy birthday for tuning in here tonight. But the setup that these drivers are all running is provided by Rocket Racing Setups, your home for racing setups on iRacing.com. So currently looks like we have about 7 drivers that have turned a qualifying lap here in our qualifying session, so half the field putting down a qualifying lap. Right now, James Curl is sitting in that top spot with the Reaper Speed Labs pole award. That's pending right now because there's some drivers that are still out there on track, like Jonathan Hall and Richard Allen. Kenny Lang is also out there. So there's still time to go down and knock down James Curl. Last time we brought the short track, the iRacing short track esports series, Al, James Curl was able to win it back at the Myrtle Beach 400.
Yeah, remember they used a little bit of strategy in that race, and what an exciting finish that was. We expect to see more of that same type of racing. So if you were in attendance watching virtually at the last one at Myrtle Beach, well, we've headed north, and we're just about 60 miles east, Roger, of that famed paperclip. This is where, a lot of these new and up-and-coming NASCAR stars get their start at the South Boston Speedway. Who's going to put their name into the record books here tonight? Can James Curl go back-to-back? Remember, there is an Accelerated Motorsports Clean Sweep Award. So some of these drivers you see in action here in the street stock division, we'll see them a little bit later on when they get behind the wheel of their late model stocks.
Getting ready here, a couple moments. We're getting ready to go. Green Flag Racing tonight. Our weekend race is brought to us by our friends over at Swag. Of course, that is Smith Wraps and Graphics. They also do banners, and I heard, Al, they also do checks. I'm trying to see if we can get you one of those checks still here. Of course, you heard one of our other sponsors here tonight. The Accelerated Motorsports Clean Sweep Award is in effect here for some of these drivers. We also got to thank the guys over at the American iRacing League for coming on board and helping out this weekend here at SOBO. Of course, Apex Racing also jumping on board here at the first time. They've been on board, and we welcome them. Of course, the guys over at Barber Ford also being a big part of this, not only helping us on our late model portion that's coming up a little bit later on, but also providing the team speak and all the information for tonight's race. BK Paints. One of these drivers will be walking away with a nice package from BK Paints, and they're going to be getting themselves a brand new iRacing wrap. Of course, we got to thank the guys over at DWR Designs also. They've been a long-time partner with this series. Of course, Rocket Racing Setups. They are the one-stop shop for your racing setups. They have provided tonight's street stock setup, so this is a fixed street stock race here this afternoon. Of course, Eddie Performance Solutions, and one of those long-time performance solutions out there for your real-world side of things. And, of course, we talked about it. It's the iRacing Short Track Esports Series. Max Pappas Innovations also back to help us out here, giving a prize package away. Of course, Reaper Speed Labs right now, James Curl is sitting in that spot to take home the Fast Time Award. State Building Company back here. They are 60 years in the business and counting. Of course, 09 Race Shop also. They are our caution sponsor here this weekend for every caution flag that comes out. And, of course, Swag Esports, the race team, stepping up once again. But it looks like race fans, we're getting ready to go racing here tonight. 12 drivers have turned in qualifying times, and this is our starting lineup here for our left turn promotion street stock race. 50 laps will be the distance, and this is how they will line up. Driving the number 51 here tonight, this is James Curl. He'll roll off P number 1. To his outside, driving the number 75, this is Corey Dunn. Starting in third position, driving the number 2, Scott Lamp is back behind the wheel of that number 2. He'll roll off third here tonight. Starting in the fourth position, driving the number 25, this is going to be Jonathan Hall. Driving the number 99, starting on the third row inside fifth position, this is going to be Tyler McRae. Starting sixth, driving the number 17, this is going to be the number 17 of Nick Reberg. Ryan Joyner tonight. He is going to join us back here once again on Sunday. He drives the number 15 here tonight. Ryan Joyner starting in the 7th position. Starting 8th here tonight, driving car number 42, Richard Allen. Here's another sight that we like to see back on iRacing. It's the number 90. This is Colby Bryan. Starting the 29 car, rolling off 10th here tonight, driving the number 29. This is John Dornbose. Starting in 11th, and I believe this might be the shotgun machine. This is going to be the 63 of Kenny Lang. I believe Preston McGee might be up in the control tower here tonight, pushing some of the buttons, but that is your starting lineup here tonight for the Left Turn Promotions Street Stock race here. Opening up the South Boston 300 weekend here, virtually, of course. Last year, South Boston did not unfortunately go racing. And Dave, short track racing, it really thrives off its fans and who's able to show up in attendance. So last season, South Boston not getting able to lay down any races, it's really hurt them. But I heard this year they are coming back and the schedule is better than ever. But we start things off here virtually.
Yeah, I mean, short track racing is something big down here in the South. I know you guys are a little bit up further on the map than us, but just like Bristol Motor Speedway opening things up for the dirt track racing over the past month or so, a lot of fans finally being able to get back to the track, and it is going to be something special when the fans get to walk back through the gates here at South Boston.
So we welcome everybody that is tuning in. Whether you're tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network YouTube live feed, or if you're watching us via our Facebook live feed, we do welcome all you race fans. And Cliff Mullins is in attendance out there watching tonight. Some of his fellow drivers out of the Virginia area. We were looking and paging through the drivers that are here tonight that will be either, well, this afternoon, that will either be in the Left Turn Promotion Street Stock portion of this event or coming up in the Barber Ford Late Models portion. A lot of drivers are through the Virginia area, and Al, being from Virginia, I know you're not from Virginia, but these drivers that are from Virginia that may have never got to race at the real South Boston Speedway, they get to live their dream out here tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be all about bragging rights. You want to win in that home state at your home track. We have, Peyton Sellers, I believe, out there in the 08, or he is not out there in this race, but he'll be coming up. But there's a few of these drivers that are out there, well, they call Virginia home. They want that bragging rights. And these 12 drivers getting ready to set sail for 50 laps here, though it be in a different car, track time is going to be key when they get behind the wheel of those late models coming up here, sponsored by Barber Ford. But first, we got to get through these 50 laps, and we all know how clogged up the straightaways can get with the walls, the inside and outside. It can become a parking lot, like you see the cars parked out there on and behind the racetrack here tonight, Rogers. We look out behind our booth. But right now, we can definitely going to see a lot of great racing. This track provides 2-3 wide action in the corners. The tricky part is how you manage to get off these turns 2 and turn 4.
Well, the man who was able to get off the turns the fastest here in our qualifying session, picking up the Reaper Speed Labs pole award, is going to be the number 51 of James Curl. So congratulations to James Curl, as everybody has started to take. They are officially on the grid here, ready to roll as they start to pull away to make their one of 2 pace laps. We're going to get some heat in the tires, heat in the motors. No tire changes allowed here tonight in the street stock portion or the late model portion. Everybody will be running what they got, and there's your front row as they get ready here. It's the butt kicker number 51 of James Curl to the inside of the 75 of Corey Dunn. They will be the first ones to head down into turn number 1. Dave, real quick before we go racing here, how hard is it starting on the front row with such a talented field behind you? You don't want to mess it up.
Well, I mean, it's always a challenge when you've got the cold tires here on the restarts to get the power put down without the wheel spin. Got to try to get away from the field, clear into turn 1, set yourself up for a good exit on 2, and then hopefully you can look into those mirrors and see the field getting smaller. But with so many good drivers stacked up right behind you, the opportunity to skate away early is going to be very, very hard to do. And as we said, no tire changes all night long, so you're going to have to manage those tires over the entire 50-lap run.
Well, 50 laps about to start here as the green flag tonight, brought to us by Rocket Racing Chassis, is underway here tonight in the first portion of the Left Turn Promotions South Boston 300.
Curl going to jump out to that race lead, but here comes Dunn. He's going to do the crossover move off turn number 4, wrecking off of turn number 4. The 15 of Joyner and looks like the 99 of McCrae got into it off of turn number 4. We keep it clean and green. They still stay side by side, but James Curl leading it. Top 3 cars, nose to tail as they work off turn 4.
Everybody going single file here after 2 laps of green flag racing. Everybody knows it's a very long race here. They want to try and save a little tire. One of them back there, that was the 42. That is Richard Allen in the Carolina Simworks entry. He was a little bit sideways getting down into the corner, and he was able to hold onto that number 42. So right now, he is sitting back there into the 6th position.
And you know, Roger, looking back at that early race incident there coming to the end of lap number 1, Ryan Joyner and Tyler McRae, both of those drivers getting mixed up on that front stretch, and they are well behind the field now. Got to make up a lot of time. Still a lot of time for them to do so, but that 15 and 99, a little bit behind the 8 ball already.
Change for your race lead. Curl working the outside of the racetrack. He's got the 75, but done down low. Taking side by side off of turn number 2. They'll drag race it into turn number 3. Curl had a little bit of a slip up there, Roger. Now open the inside line, but they're hanging tough side by side for the race lead.
Side-by-side battle as they come back across the start-finish line. It will be James Curl as your race leader as we ride on board with the third-place car, the 25 of Jonathan Hall, and our BK Paints onboard camera footage here tonight, brought to us by our fine friends over at BK Paints. Find them on Facebook.com, but the battle is for that race lead. James Curl is able to hang on to it here early on. Jonathan Hall, though, is just kind of sitting back there, and Scott Lamp, we know he's going to be somebody to reckon with at the end of this one. There you see Hall going to the inside, Lamp going to the outside in his Coca-Cola sponsored entry number 2 here tonight. He'll try to pick up position number 3 if he can. 8 laps just like that officially in the books, and it looks like the outside lane here early is working as Scott Lamp picks up P number 3.
Lamp will make that move. They're on the outside. Interesting to see if only 10 laps are working lap 10. See that outside coming in so quickly. The overcast skies over here. The track going to heat up. You'll see multiple groups come in throughout the night. Dave, how important is it as we have 50 laps on these skinny tires that the street stocks are on, the 7-inch tires? You can't overheat them, but it's very easy to overheat them. How careful do you have to be in these early stages?
Well, I think the thing you got to be more mindful of is the brake pressure. Heating up the brakes a little bit too early in the run could cost you later on. May have and see a little bit of brake failures. Not too hard to manage the tires here. You just got to be nice and easy on those entries. Squeeze down on the throttle, eggshell it if you will. So these drivers smart enough, good enough, well enough on saving tires. I think the brake management is going to be key as we see a pass here with Nick Ryberg making his way by Richard Allen. That's for 5th and 6th on the track.
Scott Lamp had pressure from Jonathan Hall there a moment ago, but he was able to hold off and defend his position. Now it will be the 17 of Nick. One of them sideways back there. I believe that's the 29 entry. He's still sideways. He's going to be able to gather it up. That's the driver of the number 29. John Dorenberg is going to be able to figure it out. But boy, Al, he was pointed to the inside fence at one point. I didn't think he was going to be able to save that, and it wasn't just once. It was 3 times pointed to the infield wall.
No, definitely great driving by the Conleys. Complete plumbing and the 29 automobile working there. He slid back to your 11th spot as he works behind the 99 of McRae. They're 7 seconds off the race lead, but great driving ability from that driver, the 29 of Dornbos. It was pointed, well, swatting the bees, as I like to say, and he was able to hold on to it. We stay clean and green as they click off lap number 16, working lap 17. Up front, it is still Curl showing the way as he's kind of got about a quarter of a second between himself and Dunn. Lamp, though, in that number 2 car, he's really stretched his legs, and he's brought the 25 a Hall. So we got a 4-car breakaway up at the front of this one, trying to race down this James Curl in the number 51.
Yeah, absolutely, Al. Those top 4 have begun to separate themselves from the field right as we begin to close in on that halfway point. So we should see these drivers really being settled in, really running the lines that they want to run. And it's going to be who can force a mistake. Can Scott Lamp make Corey Dunn maybe miss his braking points and force him up the track? There you can see a pass now for that 2nd spot.
Yeah, so Corey Dunn gonna almost slap the outside wall there. The driver of that race is at the Ace Speedway. He'll slide back into the 3rd position. He's able to insert that 75 right in front of the 25 of Jonathan Hall on the timing and scoring. This one's going quick here tonight for the Left Turn Promotions street stock race here tonight at the South Boston Speedway, opening up a great day of racing. Remember, the Barber Ford late models are coming up here tonight after this race, right around 2:15 Eastern Standard Time, with a live coverage right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll be bringing you that, but right now it's James Curl, and he has opened up about a half a second race lead over right now, which is our 2nd place runner of Scott Lamp. Then it's Corey Dunn. Jonathan Hall back there running in that 4th position. Nick Ryberg back there also still running in the 5th position. Richard Allen is 6th. Colby Bryant is sitting in 7th right now. Ryan Joyner has worked his way back up to 8th, Kenny Long is 9th. And then it's the 10th place driver of Tyler McRae.
Yeah, Joyner just getting by the 63 of Lang a few laps ago. A little bit of damage on that right front of that black and purple number 15 automobile. Was involved in that lap 1 crash that Dave talked about as we just got going to get the cross flag this time off turn number 4. It'll be 25 laps are in. 25 will remain in this 50 lap left turn promotion street stock event down here in the turn number 1. The little bit of damage on that right front could be happening. The 15 of Joyner is hoping for a caution. The 5 seconds behind our race leader. Lamp now 3/10 behind the 51 of James Curl. And those two have broken away from the 25 of Hall. Hall getting up there as we had a side-by-side battle as 17 of Ryberg working underneath the 75 of Dunn. Dunn working the outside of the racetrack. Maybe overheated those tires and he's sliding backwards in that Budweiser sponsor number 75.
Yeah, just a lap or two ago there, Al, you could actually see that 75 of Corey Dunn getting to the back end of a Jonathan Hall, the 25 machine, and that allowed Ryberg to step his foot in the door, and now they battle side by side for 4th and 5th on the track. But we have seen those top two absolutely step away from the field. And Roger, something else I'm noticing, we've got your top 3-4 drivers here, all drivers that are going to be in that late model event coming up around 2 o'clock here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So the track time going to be key for these guys, and maybe seeing those drivers that are used to running those higher horsepower machines being a little bit more at the front of the field.
Yeah, tonight's street stock race, of course, the setup is provided by Rocket Racing Setups. And later on, when the late model comes up, the key to that one, though, is they will have a open setup for that one as we continue to watch this battle here with the 75 of Corey Dunn. Bryant is right there, and Richard Allen now has joined in that number 42 machine. He was looking to the inside. They almost made that 3-wide racing action here at South Boston that you don't think is possible, but there's plenty of room out there as Ryan Joyner is going to scrape the outside wall once again down the back straightaway here. It's not been a night for Ryan Joyner to start this event, as he is currently running back into the 8th position with Curl, though, as the race leader and under 20 laps to go. The butt kicker 51 of James Curl still leading the way, but don't look now. Here comes Scott Lamp. He's hot to trot right on the back bumper of that butt kicker 51. Maybe somebody be kicking him in the butt here. Al, short track racing is the 3-tap Teddy rule in effect tonight?
I think you could. Right now, you knowing that you have under 20 laps to go, it's time to, the spotters up in the spotter stand telling them it's time to go. And Lamp has really ran down James Curl. Curl has not been challenged for that race lead. Done a little bit early on in this event when Curl made that little bit of a mistake, worked up the racetrack. But after that, Curl has been picture perfect so far as they work through the corner right now. As you see this battle starting to shape up as they work down the backstretch, that Coca-Cola number 2 car closing in, inching in ever so close to James Curl. So does Curl have anything left in the tank, or is Lamp going to be able to pounce on him and, sip that Coca-Cola in victory lane? 15 laps to go.
And with 15 laps to go, when do you make that move? When do you go ahead and do that bump and run? You two gentlemen are a little bit more familiar with the short track racing side of things here on iRacing.com. But when do you make that move, and when is too soon? Is 15 laps too soon? Do you wait till 5? Is that not enough?
Well, that's a great question. Every driver is possibly going to answer that one just a little bit different here. Scott Lamp, one of those veterans here on iRacing, so is James Curl. So I'm sure Curl has his crew out there watching the line that Scott Lamp is running, and it's the same thing out of the Lamp crew. That they're going to be watching each other, and then that question's going to come down to it with that wily veteran mindset. Anything under 5 laps to go, the gloves are definitely going to be off. You might see it once we get to about 10 to 7 laps to go. You might see Scott Lamp try and make a move without touching the 51. And then after that, you never know what's going to happen if you can't get around him the first time and you're running out of laps. That second time, well, things might happen. There you saw a moment there. It looked like Curl was going to miss his mark going down into turn number 1, but he slid that right rear tire and put that 51 back into the groove on the bottom side of the speedway. The outside was available early. Right now, it seems like the bottom of the track is where they're all at.
I was watching the last lap times, that last lap by, it was James Girl being the fastest car, but the 2 laps before that, you see the Tua Lamp starting to search around a little bit, trying that outside line, lost some ground now. We'll see if he can catch back up to him, but Lamp has been faster the last several laps not by a lot, but he has been a little bit quicker. He's already taken a 10th back into that race lead. He closes back in on the 51 of Curl as they'll have lap traffic starting to come up in front of them. The first one they'll get to is the 75 of Dunn. As they enter 2 turns, they're about a corner behind lap traffic with 8 laps to go.
And with just those 8 laps to go, gonna mention what put Dunn back there in the back of this field, all the way back of the field after being up towards the front. A little bit of contact between himself and Ryan Joyner almost sent him down pit road. Dunn was able to keep it out on the track, so must have really worn those tires out because he has fallen from grace, fallen all the way to the back of the field as the field makes their way around the track, going to take 6 to go.
6 laps to go here tonight in the left turn promotion street stock portion of the SOBO 300 weekend here, presented by Swag, our friends over there at Swag, putting up all the money on the line here tonight for these drivers. So right now, James Curl will come by the flag stand. He'll get the hi, how are you? 5 laps to go from the flag stand. And now Scott Lamp still has yet to make a challenge on that number 51. Now it's already 4.5 to go as they go down into turn number 3. The laps are clicking off faster than you can blink.
He's closing in on the back bumper. He'll take a peek down low in the turn number 1 challenge for your race lead. 4 laps to go. They'll come off the corner, drag race down the backstretch. Here comes Lamp to the inside. He'll have Curl to his outside. Door to door off turn number 4. 3 laps to go at the line.
3 laps to go and still a battle for your race lead. James Curl stuck to that high side. Can he keep it high, wide, and handsome around this less than a half mile? It's only about 3/10 of a mile track here. Scott Lamp digging on the bottom, trying to make that Coca-Cola 2 get to the line.
Sun's going to come out here as the popsicle sticks come out. 2 laps to go here tonight at South Boston for the opening race of the SOBO 300 here, presented by Left Turn Promotion. Street stocks. This time by it will be the white flag being displayed. 1 more lap to go as they come out of turn 4. It's side by side at the stripe. Curl has it for the time being, but Scott Lamp is down to the inside. We have not seen this line being run all night long by James Curl, but he got muscled off the bottom, and now he's having to defend. Final time through 3 and 4 off of turn number 4. It'll be the 51 of James Curl going to victory lane here tonight. Scott Lamp is second. Jonathan Hall will round out your top 3 finishers. Nick Ryberg going to finish there in your 4th position with Kobe Bryant in 5th. Richard Allen in 6th. Ryan Joyner was 7th. Tyler McCrae was back there in 8th. Corey Dunn, a disappointing 9th place finish for him. Then it's going to be Kenny Lang and John Norenbos. He will round out the 11 cars that did take to the green flag. But down there, sitting at the start-finish line, that is your winner here tonight. Your unofficial results are on the left-hand side of the screen as the Left Turn Promotion Street Stock Event 50 lapper is in the books here tonight. And guys, that was a great 50 laps here. Al, what are you expecting coming up a little bit later on in that late model event?
Well, I'm expecting the same type of racing, Roger. We saw side-by-side action at the end of that one. The Tua Lamp trying to make that bottom work, and I kind of believe we're going to see that inside line be the preferred line early on in the event in the Barber Ford late models. But with being open set, these drivers have the ability to tweak on these cars a little bit where these Left Turn Promotion street stocks were on a fixed set, so they had what they had, maybe a little bit of brake bias change, but overall a great event. I expect the same out of the late models coming up here in a little bit as James Curl burns it down on the front stretch. But I think we're going to see a lot of side-by-side action, maybe a little bit more of that chrome horn being used, but 200 laps is going to be a long distance in those late models.
Well, that's coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to take a quick break here from the South Boston Speedway. We're going to see if we can get to our post-race show, see if we can get some of these drivers in here tonight to talk to us after the Left Turn Promotion Street Stock event here as James Curl goes to victory lane. Congratulations to him. He also had the Reaper Speed Labs Pole Award, and he will now have the chance to get that clean sweep tonight, presented by Accelerated Motorsports. We'll be right back here from the South Boston Speedway after this.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the South Boston Speedway here tonight for the Left Turn Promotion Street Stock portion of this event here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. We have ran 50 laps here, and now it is time to go down trackside to see if we can catch up with our winner here tonight. He drives the number 51. It is James Girl. James, congratulations as you pull off the win here in race number 1 of the 2 races coming, well, the 2 races that are scheduled, I should say. How did this 51 handle out there as you were hot, having pressure behind you from Scott Lamb?
Early on, it was, I was a little loose, and Corey Dunn was able to get under me. And then after that, I was able to kind of ride. The last 5 or 10 laps there, I guess I wasn't getting the car yacht out as much as the guys behind me were, and I was tight, so kind of almost lost it there. But other than that, felt pretty good. Once I moved up, it actually helped a lot, and I think I could have probably held my own, for 100 more laps. If we would have been able to run that long out on the outside, it felt pretty good out there.
Well, you had a quick car in your qualifying as you picked up the Reaper Speed Labs Pole Award here tonight, and now you're going to have a chance here after this, and just about, call it an hour and 20 minutes, you're going to have a little bit of a break here to go get that Barber Ford late model ready. How is that one going to compare to this, as you do have that chance to win the Accelerated Motorsports Clean Sweep Award?
Yeah, I think we have a good car. Kind of worried about maybe tire wear. Did some long runs, and 200 laps around this joint is going to be pretty rough on the right rear, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully you can keep it under me for first half of the race and see what we can do the second half.
Well, congratulations here in this first race here tonight for the Left Turn Promotion Street Stocks. You park it in Victory Lane. Congratulations on that. I believe Al's writing out the check out behind us here in the studio for you. Is there anybody on the side of this number 51, though, that helps you out that you got to give them a shout out to?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have the paint on, but yes, Rocket Racing Setups, Accelerated Motorsports, and then just all my friends that, come in and help and make iRacing fun to be on. Not fun when you're alone, so when you got a good group of guys that you can hang out with and you can cover others, it makes it a lot better.
Well, there you hear it from the driver that's in the Pure Year Race Parts Victory Lane. It is James Curl picking up another win here with the short track, iRacing Short Track Esports Series as he goes to Victory Lane here at the South Boston Speedway. He will now look to take the Accelerated Motorsports Clean Sweep bonus a little bit later on. Congratulations to James and that whole crew. Let's see if we can get a word in now with the driver. Al, I believe you're standing by with the driver of that number 42.
Yeah, caught up with the driver out of Asheboro, North Carolina, Richard Allen. And Richard, that was a quick 50 laps here. You got another 200 coming your way in that Barber Ford late model. But how was this race in the left turn promotion street stock for you here tonight at the South Boston Speedway?
It was pretty good. It was a clean race. I would have loved to seen a caution there, especially late. I had some problems in qualifying with my wheel, and it sent me back, and just could never get caught back up there after we got spread out. But overall, good race.
Will you be able to take anything? Two different animals next race up on the docket here tonight in just about over an hour or so to get that late model out onto the racetrack. You'll be able to take anything from the on-track activity that we just had and relay it back to the late model program?
I don't really think so. The late model race is going to be a tire game, conserving tires, being smooth, consistent, waiting for the right opportunity to move through the field. Hopefully the accelerated rocket racing car that I've got under me will qualify up top, and we can just be smooth and wait it out.
Well, you moved up 2 positions here tonight and come home 6th there. Didn't quite get that yellow flag that you alluded to, but overall a good start to the day. And, we look forward to that 200-lap late model race coming up. We got the live qualifying, a little bit of a twist there. How you think that'll really play dividend into your hands with how the format will be for tonight's 200-lap Barber Ford late model race?
Well, I hope so. I feel like I've got a decent set. Obviously, I don't think I've got a top 2 or 3 qualifying car, but I think overall, if I'm just patient and use my head, I think I can have a good finish in it.
Well, congratulations on your top 10 run here in the left turn promotion street stocks. Who makes it all possible for you?
Rocket Race and Accelerated team. We got a good bunch of guys on the team. I've got some great setups that everybody helps out with. Good friends. I know Curl mentioned that just a few minutes ago, but we really do have a really good team behind us, and I think we're all going to be on some pretty good cars today.
Well, congratulations here on a great left turn promotion street stock race, and we look forward to seeing you out there in your Barber Ford late model coming up here in just about an hour's time.
Thank you.
That was Richard Allen, your 6th place finisher here tonight. There, Roger, we could not catch up with tonight's 2nd and 3rd place runners, but they had a great race. Scott Lamp finishing in that 2nd spot. We saw him battling late underneath James Curl. Curl able to hold on to that race lead, but interesting to see where James thought maybe he ran his car a little bit too tight.
Yeah, you never know. We'll have to see here in a little bit. Congratulations to all drivers here tonight. Let's take a quick rundown at our unofficial race results here tonight. Let's see if we can get that from our truck. This, of course, is your left turn promotion street stock unofficial results presented by Swag, as it's James Curl finishing P number 1. You heard from him. Scott Lamp in 2nd. Hall finishing there in your 3rd position. Nick Reber going to be finishing 4th. Kobe Bryant back there in 5th. And it's going to be Richard Allen in 6th. Ryan Joyner was 7th with Tyler McRae in 8th. Corey Dunn had a fast hot rod, and he's going to finish back into the 9th position. Kenny Lang is back there in 10th. And Jonathan Norenbo is back there into the 11th spot here tonight. Those are your unofficial results here for the opening round of the SOBO 300. Race fans, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back in an hour time here on the Turn 3 Racing Network to bring you the Barber Ford late models here at the South Boston Speedway. We can't wait to see all you race fans out for that one. Share it with your friends. Let's get the word out. The Barber Ford late models are coming to South Boston. 2:15 scheduled start time here tonight with live qualifying. Before we go, feature racing 200 laps. So for everybody at the Left Turn Promotions, everybody at Swag, everybody here with the iRacing Short Track Esports Series, and all the sponsors here this weekend. We thank you for all tuning in. My name's Roger Muth. That's Al Smith. That's David Whirl, and we'll catch you right back here at the South Boston Speedway.